Hi, my name is Jeff, and I come on here and talk about my childhood, my life with my con man, psychotic, abusive single father who raised us. I'm going to try and recount the day I got thrown out of the house. In a previous video, I talked about how I blew up my car that I got when I was 16. So on this particular day, I had no car. I was getting a ride home from work from a co-worker. Not really a good friend or anything, just another worker at the restaurant I worked at. So he's driving me home, and as we were driving down my street towards my house, these images started to come into view of my front lawn, and it was covered with garbage, I thought. And we kind of laughed about it. I didn't know my dad was cleaning out the garage or something. But as we got closer, what I realized is it was the contents of my bedroom. The bed, the dresser, my guitars, cassettes, all of my clothes, everything had been haphazardly thrown onto the lawn. Just looked like garbage. My dad was sitting on the front porch, just waiting for me. My car was dead in the driveway. My coworker, didn't know what to do. I said, that's fine, I'm just gonna get out. I got out of the car and he drove away. And I slowly approached my father, not really ever getting to the porch. And my dad looked at me and said, I've changed the locks. And he got up and he went inside the door to the house and shut it behind him. And there I was, just standing there with everything I owned in just ramshackle piles all over the front lawn. And I paused for a minute just to stare and think, should I try and grab something? I didn't have a backpack, I had nothing. And eventually I just turned around and walked down the street, back to the main road, up to the grocery store at the corner where there was a payphone. I called Farmer Jack, the grocery store where I knew my mother worked, even though I didn't talk to her. She was a cart collector there. I asked for her, and they said just 1 minute, and they paged her. And after a couple of minutes, she came to the phone. I said, hey, Mom, it's Jeff. Steve has thrown me out of the house. And my mom's answer to that was, that's horrible. What are you going to do?